Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Adam, and this is Intermediate English. Welcome to this course. We're just going to get into a quick introduction. So this is Intermediate English. I'm Mr. Adam once again, and this course will have a grammar focus. So we will be following the New English File Intermediate textbook and going over the grammar topics, okay? So that will be the main focus here. So make sure you get your notebook out, and if any concept here is new, make sure to write it down. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna jump right into it with 1A, and this will be focusing on the present simple and the present continuous. Now, this should be some review for all of you at this level, but we'll go over it all today. So we use the present simple for things which are always true or happen regularly. For example, I live in London. She works in a restaurant. We don't eat meat. Jack doesn't wear glasses. Where do you live? Does the supermarket open on Sundays? Now, it's important that you remember the spelling for the third person singular. That will be he, she, and it. Now, in English, he, she, and it will always be a bit strange compared to all of the other conjugations, and it will usually be different. So, for example, we have I work in a museum, but he works in a museum. They travel on the weekends. He travels on the weekends. Where do you work? Where does he work? Yes. So for he, she, it, for the third person singular, we will be adding an S at the end. Just remember that. Now, for forming question words, we can use Aussie or quasi for word order in the interrogative. So this can be a good way to remember. We use the auxiliary, followed by the subject, followed by the infinitive. Or quasi, starting with the question word. So, do you know Jason? What time does the film start? So here's Aussie, auxiliary, do, subject, you, and the infinitive, no. Again, quasi, we have the question word, what, auxiliary, does, infinitive, start. So this will be the word order. Yes, Aussie and quasi. Okay, we often use the present simple with adverbs of frequency. So for example, adverbs of frequency will be these: sometimes, often, always, usually, and never. And we often use the present simple with expressions of frequency. So an expression of frequency will be every day, once a week, twice a year. Yes, so expressions will be multiple words that indicate frequency, whereas an adverb of frequency will only be one word. Yes? So we often use the present simple with adverbs of frequency. So she usually has cereal for breakfast. I'm never late for work. We always watch movies. So again, we have usually, never, always. And so we will use the present simple. We often use the present simple with adverbs of frequency. And note that the adverbs of frequency go before the main verb and after the verb be. So she usually has cereal for breakfast. So here, usually goes before the main verb to have. I'm never late for work. So it goes after the verb to be. I am never. Yes, I am never late. And before late. And we always watch movies. So always here will go before watch. Yes. So adverbs of frequency, remember that they go before the main verb and after the verb be. Expressions of frequency usually go at the end of the sentence or verb phrase. So now that we are looking at expressions, it will be different. We only eat out about once a month. So once a month, we put it right on at the end. I go to the gym twice a week. Again, this will go at the end. I listen to music every day. Again, the expression of frequency is where? Right at the end. I listen to music every day. So we're going to talk now about the present continuous. Present continuous. So this will be be plus the verb plus ing. Ing, present continuous. So when do we use the present continuous? Well, we use it for actions in progress at the time of speaking. Yeah. So we have a process going on as we are talking. So right now I am teaching and I am using a computer. I'm using a computer and I'm teaching with a video. So yes, this will just be things that are happening now or around us. And things that are normally temporary and not habitual. Yes, these are not things we do every day. This might just be something happening now that we are doing temporarily. Okay. So we use the present continuous for actions in progress at the time of speaking. Some examples are, is your sister going out with John? No, they broke up. She isn't going out with anyone now. Or the phone's ringing. Can you answer it? So ringing, yeah, the phone is ringing. And house prices are going up very fast at the moment. So going up. Okay. We can also use the present continuous for future arrangements. So we usually indicate this with a word or through the context of our conversation. So I'm watching the new film on Saturday. Here I use the word Saturday and I indicate that we are talking about Saturday, yes? So it's not Saturday yet, that's the future. So I say I'm watching the new film on Saturday. What are you doing on Friday? I'm going out with friends. So here we know the context that we're talking about Friday. And I tell you, I'm going out with friends on Friday. So again, present continuous, but here we know we are talking about the future. I'm leaving town on Monday. So we're talking about Monday. We're talking about the future. I'm leaving town on Monday. Present continuous for future arrangements is often used in the context of travel. So when are you flying? I'm flying on Thursday. Or I'm driving to Seattle next week. I'm going to Pittsburgh on Friday. So again, these are travel words, travel verbs, and we often use them in the present continuous when we are talking about the future. Okay. Now we'll quickly talk about action and non-action verbs. So verbs which describe actions can be used in the present simple or continuous. So I'm making lunch, I'm reading right now, don't disturb me. These would be action verbs. Same thing with I usually make lunch at the weekends, and don't disturb me. These are all action verbs. Now, non-action verbs, so these will be common non-action verbs. To agree, to be, to believe, to belong, to depend, to forget, to hate, hear, know, recognize, remember, seem, suppose, and want. These will be non-action verbs. Yeah. So these are more states of being instead of actions. Yeah. We're not doing an action, we're more just in a state of being. And this goes for verbs of sense. So we could say things like, it smells great, or he looks angry, it tastes good, it sounds nice. So again, these are non-action verbs. We're not doing an action in them. We're more just talking about a general state. Yeah. Okay. Now, some verbs can be both action and non-action. So a few verbs have an action and a non-action meaning. So have and think, for example. I can't talk now, I'm having lunch. So this is an action, but we can also say I have a cat now. This is not an action. This is a state of being. We possess this cat. Yeah, it is our cat. It is my cat. I have a cat now. So here it is a non-action verb. Same thing with think. We can ask, what are you thinking about? So this is an action. You actively think. Yes, you're using your brain, you're thinking. But we can also have a non-action if we use think as an opinion. I think this music's great. I think this music's great. It's a state, yeah, a state of being. I have this opinion. Okay. And finally, here's a couple examples. What are you looking for? My car keys. I'll help you in a moment, but I need them now. So here, what are you looking for? Looking is the action, but I need them now. This is a state of being, a non-action. What are you cooking? It smells delicious. So what are you cooking? This is an action verb, and it smells delicious. This is more of a state of being. Non-action verb, it smells delicious. I'm making pasta. Great, I love pasta. Again, I'm making pasta. You're doing an action. Yeah, I'm making pasta. And I love pasta is more a state of being. Yeah, it's a state of being. So a non-action. Okay. So that is it for our lesson today. Thank you very much for your attention. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.